Hello guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Workbench. I'm Dan here as always. I know it's been a while and I apologize for that. I've been very busy lately. A lot of people have been asking what I've been up to. I haven't been making any videos. Again, just busy with life in general. Work's been crazy, you know, that's just, like I said, life. Okay, I'll just put that out there right now. I haven't forgotten about the channel or anything. I'm still going to be making videos, but just not as frequently as I would like. I still got plenty of projects in the works, got tons of stuff to review as well as we go along here that I'll be showing, but the video making process has been a little bit slow, just again because I've been busy. But for this video for now, to tide you guys over with some new material, we're going to be doing another exciting new product review on a brand new locomotive that has just hit the market from Athearn. So the engine we're going to be looking at today is none other than the C&O PRLX SD70ACe number 4834. This is a brand new release from Athearn done in the Genesis series with LED lighting and tons of upgrades. So I'm very excited to see this model. We're going to be doing a live unboxing as always, so if anything's wrong with this out of the box, you guys will see live, of course. So just some quick information on this locomotive. It's got a very long history. This unique paint job was not done as a heritage unit, which it was kind of nicknamed at first, but it has quite a long, interesting story, and that's kind of why I wanted to take a moment to talk about this locomotive and why the patch jobs are very interesting, and honestly why it became so famous. So here's the actual locomotive, the real 4834 with the C&O patches, as you can see. And a lot of people didn't know what was going on with this locomotive. It made big news very quickly because all of a sudden a large locomotive was running around with C&O patches and nobody knew what was going on, if this was some kind of CSX heritage unit attempt, if it was PRLX's mock-up attempt at a C&O heritage unit, nobody really knew. It's a long story, but the short story is PRLX acquired a bunch of CSX SD70ACes. This one got the standard black patches on the hood and nose, but someone at the PRLX shops got this brilliant idea to do some C&O patches on this, and when the locomotive got shopped at a point in time, it went in with the regular black patches and came out of the shop with some basic maintenance done to it, wearing these C&O patches. So the locomotive ran around like this really all over the Norfolk Southern system, all over Pennsylvania, into Ohio, and people were catching on to this, wondering what was going on. It made big news in the railfan community. Trains Magazine took note of this and actually made a whole story about it, and where things turned sour was they actually contacted CSX for comments about this, if this was some kind of heritage unit attempt or something. CSX obviously said no. They said that they were not doing heritage units. This was some kind of mock-up locomotive that was done. They weren't appreciative of the fact that they used a logo that's basically trademarked by CSX, and they later asked for this locomotive to be patched back up for legal reasons. So it was basically a quick ending to what was a really fun, odd locomotive that was rolling around. So we're going to be looking at the straight DC model here. As you can see, I paid $186.98 from Main Model Works. Retail value on these straight DC models is $219.98 MSRP. So kicking this review off, we got the standard Athearn Genesis packaging with the exploded diagram of the locomotive, the description, item number, pricing, the whole 9 yards there. We have the locomotive packed in a cardboard sleeve, which I'll go ahead and slide out. And it's again standard Athearn Genesis blue box packaging here. We'll go ahead and carefully slide this model out of the protective casing, which is pretty simple. You just got to take a little bit of pressure and take the top of the box off like this. And as you can see, we have the standard bit of protective foam. We have warranty information. We have the exploded parts diagram with warranty information and all the DC functions, or DCC functions rather, all that good information. Good to keep these, of course. More warranty information, the new subscription letter, the protective foam cover. And as we can see inside the box, we have the standard packaging again, the clamshell box. Inside this envelope here, we have the spare parts. These are going to be for the trucks. These are the standing line cables that you can attach. I will do that later. And then we'll just go ahead and take the model out of the foam packaging. I don't see any missing or broken parts inside the box, which is a good sign, so we'll go ahead and set that aside. And we'll go ahead and slide the box out of its protective packaging again. This is just a plastic case. All you got to do is just carefully slide that out, remove the top clamshell, and we have the locomotive out of the box. No missing or broken parts in there, and we can carefully take the foam inserts out. These are the handrail protectors, you got to be kind of careful here. Kicking this review off at the front of the model, as you can see on the cab roof, we have the separately applied GPS dome and antenna base here in the correct locations as of prototype photos. We have the separately applied sunshades, wind deflectors, non-operating cab windows, a full detailed cab interior including seats. We have the little camera in there as well, which is a really nice feature. We have the really nicely done number boards. We have the LED lighting on the front, separately applied windshield wipers, and very nicely done windows with gasket details. We have the separately applied grab irons and sand filler hedges on the nose, which are very nice details. We have all of the very nice details on the cab sides, all of the reinforced strips, everything. All the window gaskets are nicely done and painted accurately. We have very nice printing and painting on the sides with the correct number. All the decals and everything line up exactly as of prototype photos, the American flag, everything. We have the notches here on the front, which are correct. Looking at the bottom, we have the jacking pad, which appears to be slightly crooked, as you can see. This is a little bit crooked, however, I think I can fix that. It might have gotten bumped in shipping, I'm not sure, but that is crooked. I will need to align that, but I'll just go ahead and point that out. On the underside, I love the Genesis detailing on these trucks. They do a really nice job with the underbody piping detailing, and as you can see, we have lots of that on the radial trucks here. We have the underframe bell mounted in the correct location. We have the air filters and everything else. Really nice detailing on the trucks overall. We have the separately applied grab irons again on the front of the nose. We have the correct CNO patching for Progress logo here, which was basically quickly spray painted on, and I love the patch effect here. I'll get a close-up shot of this as we turn the locomotive around here to look at the pilot. As you can see, the front pilot has tons of separately applied details. We have the accurate snowplow, we have MU cables, we have the air hose, a McHenry style knuckle coupler, we have the MU jumper cable, correct receptacles, and coupler lift bars. We have the LED scale size ditch lights, and we have very nicely done handrails here. As you can see, they're not all bent up and crooked. Typical problem with Athearn handrails, these are actually pretty straight. This one on the corner appears to be slightly crooked, but it's not too bad, and it's, you know, it's one of those things, a lot of people get bothered by it, but sometimes it looks pretty decent because these handrails do get beat up in real life. You do got to keep in mind these things are exposed to a lot, and a lot of the times equipment might bump up to them, so I'm going to let that slide. It does look kind of neat to have a bent handrail here and there sometimes because you do see these get beat up a lot in real life. So I'll just leave that. Here's another look at the front of the locomotive here with all the nice separately applied details. We have the accurate spray paint patching again with that nice CNO mock-up Progress logo, as you can see that. That's really cool. Looking at the engineer side of this locomotive, you can see all of the nice separately applied details, all the very fine door details. We have all of the nice little hatches and everything molded onto the shell, which look very nice. We got the clean separation lines between the panels. The grills look very nice. They're slightly darkened as a prototype. This is a common thing, these grills do get darkened, and Athearn has darkened the grills on this model, which is something I've never seen them do before. That's actually really cool. As we look at the side of the engine again, moving to the hood door for the engine, we have the really nicely done CNO patch, which is just a quick spray patch. It's very sloppily done, as you can see, around the borders, and I like that effect. It's not supposed to be perfect because the real one isn't perfect either. Again, remember, these are just quick spray paint patches, basically done with spray cans. So I like that overspray effect and everything. I'm going to have to try to preserve all this when I weather the locomotive eventually. Looking at the sills, we have the correct yellow frame striping all in the correct locations. The fuel tank details are nicely done and very well improved. I remember a lot of the earlier Genesis locomotives on the SD70ACes in particular, they didn't have as much fuel tank detailing, and this is definitely a step up. A real nice improvement. We have the air tanks, the actual fuel tank itself, all the correct locations for the gauges and fillers and everything else. Nicely done. On the rear half of this locomotive, we have nicely done patching effects. As you can see, we have the correct road number. The painting is very clean and crisp. We have photo etched grills on the back door here. We have straight, even handrails nicely applied here. We have the McHenry scale size knuckle coupler again, MU jumper cable, receptacle details, grab irons, coupler lift bars, MU cables, knuckle holders, the whole 9 yards. As we look at the roof of the model, you can see we have the photo etched dynamic fan, very nicely done radiator fans in details. We have the correct K5 horn, which is basically a mismatched part. As you can see, it's silver. This was a repainted piece on the real locomotive, and I've accurately rendered that on this model as well. We got the photo etched grill for the exhaust, and all kinds of nice details on the roof here as well, as you can see. Looking at the rear conductor side of the locomotive now, we have all of the nice separately applied grills and details here. We have the replacement grill on the side here, which appears to be slightly bent, which is a little disappointing here. You can see this piece is slightly warped in. A common problem with photo etch pieces. I'm not sure if I can fix that or not. The only way I can see being able to fix something like this would be to take the shell off and basically going in there and pushing the grill outward like this. That might be able to straighten it up. If need be, you could add a little glue to this. I'll probably do this at some point, but I just want to point that out. Nice truck details as well. We have all the nice details there. Fuel tank details, of course, all the clean printing and painting, all the separate warning labels, which are in the accurate locations as well. A quick look at the side here. I do like the fact that they've also slightly faded the paint on the CSX locomotive. You can see the paint is slightly dulled down, which is accurate because the real 4834 during its operations with CSX did get a little faded. You know, this locomotive does have a couple years on it. And then the C&O patches, again, just really stand out. This is a really cool touch on this model. You can see they're very sloppily done. I really like that effect. This locomotive operates very smoothly on straight DC power, as you can see. No hesitations and no problems there at all. As you can see, the LED lights on this model operate very nicely. They're very good and bright, even on low voltage here on DC power. After doing some basic coupler height tests on this locomotive, I determined that all couplers are matching in height. A lot of times you'll have problems with these McHenry couplers because they're plastic, they'll warp a little bit, but I did not have this issue on this locomotive. So I really like this model by Athearn. It's another really unique odd patch job that they've done. I'm really happy that they're paying attention to small paint jobs like this, you know, really odd subtleties like this that you don't see often. I really like the fact that they're taking the time to model these and model them accurately. Alright guys, so that wraps up this product review for now. Stay tuned for more. I got more videos coming down the road. I'll be uploading a update video for my projects that I've been working on with some surprise announcements too, so stay tuned for that. I'll of course be doing more product reviews as I get them, as we look at new products in the future and get some. I got tons of new projects, like I said, I'm thinking of doing some reviews on as they come out, so you guys can stay tuned for that. Follow my work here on YouTube by subscribing and stay tuned for more. You can follow my work on my social media. My Facebook page is Dan's Custom Trains. Daniel Arnold is my name. You guys can look me up there and follow my work as well. On Instagram, my name is CoolHandDan05. That's all lowercase, and again, you guys can follow me there. Check out models that I'm always posting pictures of. I'm always doing projects for other people and my stuff as well, so you guys can again check me out there, follow me there, and stay tuned for more projects in the future. As always, thank you for watching, and take it easy.